Earlier this month, we told you about North St. Louis residents taking it upon themselves to clean up their neighborhood that was overcome by trash. Residents claim the city wasn't doing anything to help. New tonight, we are learning more than $500,000 in COVID relief funds will go towards cleaning up the city, specifically trash. First Alert 4's Alexis Sotos has a look at the plan to beautify the city.
Chainsaws in hand, crews got to work on a soggy Tuesday afternoon. The rain put a damper on the kickoff, but not on the spirit behind the mission.
Beautifying our city is going to make our city even stronger and more open to development.
Kevin McKinney is the executive director of SLACO, a nonprofit coalition of neighborhood associations.
When we finish, we're going to clean all this up.
They're launching a series of neighborhood cleanups with the help of nearly $500,000 in ARPA funding. They're starting in the Carr Square neighborhood, specifically around the neighborhood center.
I grew up in Carr Square, born and raised.
Rodney Hubbard is one of SLACO's youth ambassadors, those aged 16 to 24 who can get paid to work as community leaders, and there are still spots available to help.
The hands-on getting dirty.
There's a lock here on this gate. Just beyond it is a playground that's overgrown, clearly not in use. And that is what these neighborhood cleanups are all about, making places, neighborhoods like this, safe and accessible for everyone, especially the young people.
It's very important that the kids can come out and play in the communities that they live in, not having to go all the way across town, travel to different parts of the city, but can walk out their door and come straight to their parks, local parks, and not see stuff like needles and glass.
From now through October, they'll host cleanups in 15 neighborhoods.
We're going to be doing alleys, we're going to be doing side streets, we're going to be doing main streets.
McKinney says the idea came from something we've all noticed.
I see all this trash along the highway, I see trash in the neighborhood, and I'm thinking if I'm a visitor and this is my first time to St. Louis and I see all this rubbish, it's kind of like, wow, what's going on?
So they're taking action and hoping to better our city for everyone. In North St. Louis, Alexis Sotos, First Alert 4.
All right, so there are two events this weekend. If you want to volunteer or if you are a young person who wants to get paid to work with SLACO, you can head to this story on the First Alert 4 News app.
From South St. Louis to North St. Louis, community members across the metro spent their Saturday giving back. They did everything from cleaning up neighborhoods to repairing homes. 5 on Your Side's Mercedes McKay shows us how these volunteers truly focused on helping their neighbors.
Every nail drilled in and flooring put down means more time in these four walls for Gay Stewart, who has called it home for over 2 decades.
Today means that I get to stay in my house for another 10 years before I have to do any more updates.
Updates that would have been more than she could afford.
Thank God for rebuilding together, because it wouldn't be done if it hadn't been for them.
Stewart was one of the 14 homes Rebuilding Together St. Louis restored Saturday. Over 200 volunteers making repairs for low-income seniors, persons with disabilities, and veterans.
There's a lot of days that I leave work in tears. I'm not going to lie. I love what I do.
Fixing things on the outside and the in with one main goal in mind for this nonprofit.
We can keep them here and keep them safe, keep them independent, and just keep them going in their homes.
Just 15 minutes north in the West End neighborhood, more St. Louisans were spending their Saturday doing good. This organization's focus was on the cleanup.
We believe that every single child in the city of St. Louis deserves to have clean and safe places where they can go and play in their neighborhood.
Saturday's cleanup was one of 40 the St. Louis Association of Community Organizations is doing over the next several months for its Sundy Whiteside Keeping It Clean initiative, hoping to impact nearly 24 neighborhoods.
It attracts people into the neighborhood. It helps cut down on the crime, and it just makes it feel safer and looks better.
Whether they were picking up trash on the street or brightening up someone's home, these St. Louisans are truly showing what it means to be a good neighbor.
They could have been doing a number of different things, and yet they chose to spend the day working in my home and helping me so that my house will be a safe place for me.
Mercedes McKay, 5 on Your Side.
If you'd like to help get out there or get involved with either of these organizations, just head to our website, ksdk.com. We have all the info you need under the As Seen on TV section.
A community celebration and cleanup brought together city leaders, neighbors, and business owners to Dutchtown. The South St. Louis neighborhood celebrated its third annual Food Day and Community Festival. Now, it wrapped up just a few minutes ago. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay shows us how many celebrated and gave back the place they call home.
Music filled the intersection of Merrimack and Virginia all day Saturday as this South St. Louis neighborhood honored its roots.
We have just such a wonderful diversity, variety of members in our community, of merchants in our community. So we wanted to celebrate that.
Dutchtown's Food Day and Community Festival started as a celebration of life for the founder of Tacos La Jefa. The festival falling on her birthday in the eve of National Hispanic Heritage Month.
We celebrate her life as well as Hispanic Heritage Month and have broadened it into really a celebration of all the wonderful cultures that we have.
Small businesses featuring locally made food, art, clothes, and more line the streets. The community gathering serving as a good reminder.
We forget to mention all the wonderful positive things that happen every single day in Dutchtown.
And just down the street from the community festival, volunteers and neighbors were cleaning up and around in Marquette Park here in Dutchtown. Organizers telling me this is their largest turnout for these cleanups yet.
We did a heck of a job. We've got 4 of those drop-off dumpsters, drive-away dumpsters, full to the brim.
Over 100 volunteers from 15 different organizations joined the Sundy Whiteside Keeping It Clean initiative. Neighbors and city leaders coming together for one cause.
But, generates a sense of pride in the neighborhood that we call home.
Whether it's cleaning up or celebrating, these neighbors are proud of their community.
Dutchtown is one of the most densely populated, most diverse, with a rich history about it. And it's just a wonderful place to call home.
Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
And right now,